What's up, my comic comrades? Today is an epic Batman day here on Variant because first, we're returning to Jeff Johns' Flashpoint Beyond story to see where things go in issue 1, and second, because something absolutely next level insane just arrived in studio that you are not going to believe. Right now, I am holding one of the top comic book holy grails in the world, an actual piece of comic book history. This, my friends, is a CGC graded 8.0 original 1940 Batman 1 currently being offered by Rally for $1.8 million. Not only because it's one of the most coveted golden era comics, but also because this is one of a very limited number of Batman 1s in existence that has a CGC grade of 8.0 or greater. We're talking Batman's first ever solo issue, as well as the first appearance of the Joker and Catwoman. This specific Batman 1 is part of the famous Larsen Collection, which is identified by the Larsen signature on the front cover. And a Batman 1 with a CGC grade of 8.0 or greater is so rare that the public sales involving a similar quality Batman 1 has only happened 8 times since 2002. And now you're asking, how in the name of Zeus did you guys get that comic book? Well, we've partnered with the incredible team at Rally to bring this in studio to show you guys. Rally is a company that purchases rare premium quality collectibles and turns them into equity shares, which allows people like me and you to own a piece of history by purchasing and holding stakes in a high value asset like this $1.8 million Batman 1. And that is where the surprise for you guys comes in. Rally is offering this Batman 1 on its platform so anyone can purchase an ownership stake for as little as $10. This is a book that every comic book fan usually only dreams of owning, and now you could purchase a stake for yourself for as little as $10 by going to rallyrd.com/variant. And there's no minimum purchase required. Rally is also offering members of the Variant Nation a $25 cash gift to be used on the platform when you use the gift code VARIANT. Once again, download the Rally app on your phone or go to rallyrd.com/variant to check out this Batman 1 for yourself, along with a slew of other incredible Grail comic opportunities. And a million thanks to Rally for sending this incredible piece of comic and Batman history for us to bring here on the show. Now let's keep this Batman goodness going with Flashpoint Beyond, issue 1. Flashpoint Beyond issue 1 starts off with a TV reporter, Linda Park, reporting on how the Atlanteans are set to sink Great Britain. We also learn that the Amazons have been captured by the Atlanteans and are being executed by Aquaman. We even see a clip on the TV of Aquaman saying, "The surface continues to strip the world of its resources and poison it with its waste. You will retreat from the oceans immediately. You will turn over your nuclear weapons to Atlantis. You will recognize my total authority or you will drown, beginning with Britain. You have 12 hours to comply or the oceans turn red." Then on the second page, we see this news report is playing on Thomas Wayne's TV while he eats dinner with Harvey Dent's son, who was just orphaned last issue. Captions from Thomas Wayne basically break down his entire origin. He sums up that 20 years ago, he watched his son Bruce get shot to death by a thug named Joe Chill. At which point he hunted down Chill and killed him. But that wasn't enough, so he found everyone in Gotham who reminded him of the cowardly criminal and then killed them too. He also says, "It wasn't long ago, a man named Barry Allen showed up and told me the world I knew wasn't supposed to exist. He told me that the past had been changed and that my present was a twisted nightmare of the truth. Barry said Martha and I were the ones who were shot to death in front of Bruce, that I should have died in a dark alley next to the woman I love, and that Bruce would then grow up to become the Batman. A Batman that doesn't kill." Thomas goes on to say Bruce was looking to protect others from suffering loss like he had. "It's admirable, but a just world is a child's dream. I know that more than ever now. I foolishly held on to hope that I could change the world into one where my son would live and thrive, but it existed momentarily. Everything has been altered back, and somehow Aquaman is involved. The King of Atlantis sent one of his assassins to kill Barry Allen before I could transform him into the Flash. My best chance at changing the past is dead," as we continue to see Thomas eat with Dexter. At this point, we see Oswald come into the dining room saying, "You called, boss? I came." Thomas says, "I have business out of town. While I'm gone, I need you to watch the boy for me." Oswald says, "Me?" Thomas replies, "There's no one else I could trust right now, Oswald." Oswald asks, "But why is he even here?" Thomas tells him he was a witness. He might prove useful. He continues to say, "Dexter, this is Oswald. I'll be back later." As Thomas is leaving, Oswald follows him saying, "When you said you needed my help, I didn't think it was to babysit. Like, what do I feed it?" Thomas looks at him annoyed saying, "I'm sure you'll figure it out, Oswald." As he heads down to the Batcave, Oswald points out that the grandfather clock that opens the door to the Batcave is 11 minutes slow. As Thomas is gonna walk down to the Batcave, Oswald asks, "Wait, what am I supposed to do with this little bastard?" Thomas says, "I don't care." Oswald asks, "Where are you off to?" He tells him, "I'm going fishing." We then see Dexter sneak up behind Oswald and scare him as he says, "Sheesh, kid, don't sneak up on a person like that. And stop staring at me with those dead eyes of yours. Creeps me out. So what do you want to do today?" Dexter tells him, I want to learn how to shoot a gun. Oswald pauses before saying, what kind? In the Batcave, Thomas stoops up and grabs the gun that was used by Joe Chill to kill Bruce as he sets out to find Aquaman and find out why he sent an assassin to kill Barry Allen. We then get a few panels of the Atlanteans taking over Great Britain. After this, we see that Wonder Woman has been tied to a wooden post with her own lasso of truth as the water slowly rises, which will eventually drown her. Two Atlanteans show up with one saying, the Emperor wants the Queen to drown alone. We shouldn't be here, Topo. He responds, this surface witch killed my brother, my sister, and my father. Before she drowns, I have a few things to say. He then gets in her face and says, do you even remember them, Wonder Woman? She replies, who? He says, you murdered my family, you and your Amazons. The Emperor may want you to die in the rising waters, but before you do, I'll hurt you. She then says, I can't hear you, come closer. And when he does, she bites off one of the tentacles from his face. At this point, Topo says, she dies by my hand, my trident down her throat. But the other Atlantean says, in the water, do you see it? What is that? And on the next page, we see it's Thomas Wayne Batman in scuba gear who comes shooting out of the water, blowing both of their heads off. Wonder Woman then tells him, I thought you were dead. He replies, so did I. She then says, let me loose. He tells her, I didn't come here to free you, but I need your magical lasso. She then says, I'll kill you if you try to take it, which we know is truth because the lasso is currently around her. Batman tells her, yes, I know that. I also know the lasso is the only thing that's keeping you tied to that pole. But I need to get information from Aquaman. I'm asking to borrow it. She tells him, what do I get in exchange? He says, you get to live, and you might still have enough time to free your sisters before this island sinks into the sea. Batman asks, so do we have a deal or what? On the next page, we are taken to Emperor Aquaman's throne room as he's staring at the ocean orb, hearing the clock tick, waiting to follow through on his promises that he made earlier on the news. But wouldn't you know it, Batman sneaks up from behind and puts the lasso of truth around his throat, asking, you sent one of your assassins to kill Barry Allen. Why did you do it? Who asked you? Why? But Aquaman just grabs the lasso and throws Batman over his head. But with the lasso still around Aquaman, Batman says, no one can resist the lasso. Answer me. You sent the scavenger to Gotham to kill Barry Allen. Why? Aquaman answers, whoever sent the scavenger, it wasn't me. Now I'm going to tear your head from your shoulders. That is the truth. At this point, Oswald starts talking over the comms to Thomas, saying, the casino, there was a bomb, and it's been leveled. It's gone. All while Aquaman is choking out Batman and then just leaves him on the ground. Aquaman then walks away with the lasso in his hand saying, you think you're the first one to come and try to stop me? To save the world? I'm saving the world. As Thomas says to himself, he didn't send the scavenger and the casino. Stupid. Someone wanted me out of Gotham. I've been played. Sloppy Thomas, too eager to follow the trail without looking close. Did someone pose as Aquaman to use the scavenger? Aquaman then says, you're a fool to release Wonder Woman. She'll burn this world to the ground. You have to know that. I'm sure she's out there already, waging war against my Atlanteans to free her soldiers. But Wonder Woman can do what she wants. She and her Amazons will die on this island. It sinks as soon as I touch my trident to the ocean orb. He then says, my trident. Where? Then on the next page, we see Wonder Woman impale Aquaman from behind with his own trident. She says, your reign is over, Emperor, and so is man's. You fool, Arthur. I loved you. Aquaman with his last breath says, I loved Mira. You killed my only queen. Wonder Woman then tells Batman our deal is done, unless you wish to try to stop me too. He says, no, I got my answers. She says, then leave. Tell the world I'll be coming for them. He responds while walking away, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters here. He then returns to Wayne Manor where he says, by the time I return, news of Aquaman's death has spread. As has news of Wonder Woman and the Amazons reclaiming Britain and announcing their advance into what's left of Europe. I'm left with more questions. Who would use the scavenger? Why would someone want me out of Gotham to destroy the casino? As he sees Oswald teaching Dexter to fire a gun in one of the living spaces. But Thomas doesn't much care as he has other things on his mind. Oswald then follows Thomas and says, boss, the casino, we should get down there. Boss, who do you think did it? Thomas says, we'll check the security cameras. Oswald tells him they were disabled, but there's got to be evidence that you could find, right? I lost a lot of good people. Whoever did it, you're gonna make them pay, right? With their lives? Thomas answers, don't I always? We are then taken back to the main DC reality, where Barry Allen Flash comes running into the Batcave saying, Bruce, are you okay? He replies, I'm fine, Barry. Why wouldn't I be? What are you doing here? Barry says, I felt something. Thawne's back. He tried to tap into the Speed Force again, but I spit him out. I tracked him to Gotham, to your home. But now, maybe he's masking his trail somehow. It ends here. Barry then runs around the Batcave looking for any clue of the Reverse Flash he can find. But once Barry leaves, we see Corky Baxter still in Bruce's Batcave like at the end of the last issue saying, the Flashes will find out what you're doing too. You know that. I might not be able to stop you, but they will. It's not too late to undo this. Then as Batman stares at Janie Slater's watch, the former girlfriend of Dr. Manhattan, Bruce just says, Yes, it is. The comic then concludes saying, next, death in hyper time. So clearly Bruce is the one messing things up and has some sort of plan. But that closes out Flashpoint Beyond issue 1. What could I say? I'm enjoying the series so far. Issue 0 was great and issue 1 was good as well. It seems like in true Jeff Johns fashion, it's gonna be a slow burn. But that just means the payoff is probably going to be fantastic. Overall, I'm especially curious to see who the big bad is gonna be. But what do you guys think? Are you digging it? Let us know in the comments. Also, remember to check out that incredible Batman 1 at rallyrd.com/variant or click our link in the description. And use the gift code VARIANT to get $25 toward your first purchase with Rally. And that's going to bring today's episode of Variant to a close. But if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to check out this one right here. And if you like all of our content, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It always helps us out. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.